Hey, how's it going, folks? Hope everybody has had a good week. Coming at you with another Friday night video. Before I get to that, though, I want to remind everybody to please subscribe to our channel, the Like-Minded Lunatics channel. It would mean a lot to us. It's a very simple thing that you can do to help support our content. This week, Todd and I started re-releasing our audiobook, When Wade Tried to Save the World. We're going to release one part each week. We release the first part on Wednesday. We'll release the second part next Wednesday, and then the final part the Wednesday after that. And we're recording new introductions and outros for it, video introductions and outros. It's kind of a retrospective. This was a book that we wrote, back in 2014, I think is when we first started writing it. And previously, the only place you could get it was either through Amazon, iTunes, or Audible. But we're re-releasing it and making it available to you free via YouTube. So to help support us, if you would, please just click the subscribe button. It's a very easy thing to do. We also have some quick, funny videos coming up next week. We're trying to balance our content. Little funny clips, longer pieces, that type of stuff. But in any case, today's Friday. We're going to do another Friday night video. When I was a kid, Friday was my favorite day of the week, not just because it was the end of the week, but because that was when Friday night videos came on. Me and my best friend Jason would get together and we would watch the newest videos, and I loved it. Some of the best memories I have are sitting there with Jason, drinking Dr. Peppers and watching new videos. So tonight, we're going to do Van Halen's Panama. Now, it was really hard trying to figure out which Van Halen song I wanted to do because I'm such a huge fan of Van Halen, specifically the 1984 album. I do like the other albums, but the 1984 album is the one that's just burned into my head. And when I think of rock and roll, I think of Van Halen 1984. So I thought it was important that we start with that one, with that album, and we're going to do Panama. Started to do Jump, but there's not enough Eddie guitar in Jump, I think. So we're going to do Panama. And I have something special for this, not just the beer. The beer I'm doing today, by the way, is a Real Ale Devil's Backbone in honor of Van Halen. Yeah, I know they're from Holland, and this is a Belgian triple. Belgium and Holland are different countries. I know that, but I didn't have any Holland beer, so I went with a Belgian one. It's pretty close. Hopefully, you are enjoying a beverage of some sort. This whole thing will be much more fun if you enjoy something on your own, but I do have something special for this video. Give me just a second. Let me get it together. That way we can do this. We can do this right. Seriously, give me just a second. It won't take but just a moment, I promise. And this is going to be worth it. I swear to you, this will be worth it. And it will really make this whole thing that much more fun, I think, once we get everything together. And boom, here we go. Let's do this right. I needed the 1980s hair. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, I already feel sexier and more rock and rolly. That's how I feel now. Sexier and rock and rolly. So let's start Van Halen's Panama from their album 1984. So let's pull it up. Hopefully you like the new backdrops and all that kind of stuff. I'm not so sure about it yet. I'm still working on all of this. So this is all in flux. All right, are we ready to go? Do you got your beverage open? You got it open? All right, cheers everybody. Happy Friday. Let's get this started right with what I would consider to be one of the greatest rock and roll songs of all time. Okay, here we go. Let's get it started. Oh my God, I already screwed up. All right, hang on. All right, now we're back on track. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, I never understood what the biplane had to do with this, even as a kid. It has nothing to do with the song or the video, but when that happens, ooh, then this happens. And looky there, we already have David Lee Roth flying across the stage like a goddamn angel. He looks like a rock god that has come down to bless us with his presence. Now, before I go any further, I know some of you've probably seen videos of Dave trying to sing nowadays, and his voice ain't great. And I fully admit that, but the man is 65 years old. I mean, this was 36 years ago that he was flying across the stage. Can you imagine if Eddie was playing with the same guitar strings that he played with back then? It would be horrible. I mean, it would probably still be good because Eddie's Eddie, but Dave was a rock god back then. Look at that, flying over the stage. Ooh, and then that guitar kicks in. Look at him. The speakers aren't even enough for Dave. He has to have more speakers right next to his head. That's how much he needs rock and roll. Ooh, and here comes Eddie and, oh my gosh, oh, I got to back up a little bit. Already. Here comes Eddie and Michael Anthony. So as we go through this, I like to think of Van Halen as rock and roll superheroes. All the characters in the band have very different personalities, and they contribute something different to the group. So Dave is like, oh my God, Dave is like our Thor of rock and roll. He is from another plane of existence, Dave is. And then we've got Eddie. I like to think of Eddie as a hard to work with wizard. He like a more irascible Doctor Strange. Like he can do things that everybody else is like, whoa, how did that happen? Michael Anthony, I think is, oh my gosh, how did I used to do this? Michael Anthony is our Ben Grimm. He is the big dumb animal of the group, and we all love him for it. So here we go. Here's their intro. Here comes, boom, look at that. A jumping, spinning inside crescent kick, and we're only 25 seconds into this video. What's going to happen next? Now, I do want to bring your memory back a little bit. And last week, we did Autograph, Turn Up the Radio, and we saw a kick in that video too. Now, the interesting thing about this is Panama came out before Turn Up the Radio. So they would have seen Dave kick. Now, rewatch this kick in Autograph, if you would, for me, please. Here it comes. Embarrassing. That man embarrassed himself. Go back and look at Dave. Dave is a full 1.5 feet off the ground, jumping, spinning crescent kick over his head. Oh, that is rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Dave is, he's already, here's the other superhero. This is Alex Van Halen, Eddie's brother. I like to think of him as the Scott Summers of the group. He's important to the team. But he's a stick in the mud, and no one wants to be stuck in a room with him. Here we go. Oh, there he is. There's our big dumb animal, and Ed kicks us off with his staff of magic. Ooh. Now look at Dave. Oh my God. I'm not sure what's happening here, but this is what I imagine is happening. The officers walked in and they said, "Sir, we are going to have to take you in. You are too sexy." Look at that. Sexy lead singer. Brandishing his chest hair for us. What's that sound? Now I want to draw your attention to Dave's outfit here. Hang on, let's go back for a second. Okay. Dave is wearing a full-on leotard, and you'll see it closer in just a minute. He is wearing a full-on leotard with a jock strap, a pink jock strap, on the outside. Now, the funny thing is, this is not Dave's sexiest or most suggestive outfit. For that outfit, you gotta go to Yankee Rose from his solo album, where he is wearing a leotard with a full-on G-string. And his ass is tighter than the drums on Alex's drum kit. He has an ass that will not quit, this guy. Here we go, let's keep going. What's that sound, Dave? Oh boy. Now it looks to me like Dave is going up to Napa for a relaxing weekend. Maybe he's going to have a spa day. Maybe he's going to try some wines in Sonoma County. We don't know, but he's definitely taking a vacation here. Uh-oh, look at him. Look at this. He is presenting you with that jock strap. He's putting it right in your face. I feel like this almost crosses the line to sexual assault. He doesn't care if you're a man, woman. Dave wants you to know that he knows you think he is attractive. You think he is a sexy man. Look at him. Oh, there's our Bluto. He's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks? We love him. Look at that crowd. Oh, there's Alex. Oh, I find it funny that Michael Anthony and Eddie, they're dressed appropriately for a rock band of the time. Dave is, again, on an ethereal level we can only aspire to be. Alex, on the other hand, looks like he's ready for a relaxing weekend of watching tennis. That's what Alex looks like. I always felt like Alex needed a new stylist. Now, interestingly, those are not paid actors behind him. So last week when we watched Autograph, obviously, their audience was a paid audience. No one's that excited for Autograph. This is from an actual concert. And you can go on YouTube and watch this concert, and the energy level there is insane. We have been to a lot of really great concerts, saw a lot of really great rock bands. Never have I been anywhere that looked like that concert. Ooh, look at that jump. Now, the next line, or the next few lines of the song here, I'm not sure if Dave is talking about his motorcycle or himself. Let's listen. Ain't nothing like it, that shiny machine. Again, Dave, are you talking about your motorcycle or you? I feel like you're talking about yourself. Shiny machine, got the feel for the way. Keep the moving parts clean. Oh, look at our wizard. He's doing magic. He's doing magic tricks. Now this looks cool, but Eddie's been suffering from throat cancer, so maybe not the best choice back in 1984. Ed, maybe you should have backed off of the old smoke rings. Now, sorry, I got to stop it again. A lot of the bands at the time, during the 80s, were writing what I like to call stripper music. These were songs that probably would have been prominently played at the local strip club. Motley Crue and even Warrant and AC/DC and Van Halen, they were all writing songs, kind of party, strippery rock and roll. And a lot of their videos had those females in there. I'm not saying they were strippers, but they were wearing stripper uniforms, definitely. The funny thing about Van Halen, yeah, they had Hot for Teacher, but Dave is almost always the sexual focal point. Go back and watch Hot for Teacher. Even when there's girls dancing in the background, the camera is focused on Dave pouting and giving the camera sexy looks. Let's watch Dave come down from that pole. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Here we go. All right, oh my goodness, look at him teasing us. Give us what we want, Dave. There it is! Now, the interesting thing here, Dave's backup dancers, more David Lee Roth. Uh-oh, here comes Ed. Again, look at that. Huge stage. Uh-oh. Here's Ed solo. Now, this is when our wizard lets loose. He's doing the finger tapping. Oh my goodness. Now we're getting to the running a little bit hot tonight section of this song that Family Guy featured prominently in one of their episodes. And it's a time for us to all kind of meditate on the rock gods that these men actually are, especially Ed and Dave. Ed gives us a slow little solo while Dave is in the background doing weird frontman martial arts. Now, let's be clear. Dave is a black belt in frontman martial arts. Not real martial arts, but frontman martial arts. He can't actually fight you, but on stage, he whoops your ass. He's a black belt on stage. And let's look at him. Ooh. Very, very seductive music. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Dave is one of the few people that can get away with wearing a shirt with his face on it and not having it look pretentious and kind of assholey. It looks cool on him.
we're running a little bit hot
We are running hot tonight, Dave.
I can barely see the road from the heat coming on.
Me either. It's steamy in here, Dave. Steamy.
Reach down between my legs.
What is happening? This man is full on seducing us like a sexy cougar. Look at him stalking you.
Ease the seat back.
Ooh, Dave. Oh, here it comes. Again, this was parodied in Family Guy, but the greatest harmonizing drop in all of rock history. Oh, if you're not up off your seat now, there's something wrong with you. Woo! Thank you, YouTube, for ruining the end of this video for us. Oh boy, look at him. Oh, now we've got Ed on the swing. This is pretty much the extent of Ed's physicality as a lead guitar player, but that's okay. That's okay. Ed lets the guitar talk for him. And from all accounts, that's probably a good thing. He's kind of a garbage human being. Not like a racist or a sexist, just an asshole from most accounts. But this is it for Ed. And watch this. What are we going to end on? Ooh, we end on Ed and Dave. The two that really make that band. Whoa, how good was that? Panama. Man, that is a classic video. I had that thing recorded on a VHS tape, and I watched it so many times. Those of you who remember VH tapes, you'll remember this. I watched just that one section so many times that the tracking wouldn't hold on it. That's how many times I watched that video. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I sure did. That kicks the weekend off right, doesn't it? A good listening of Panama. I want you to go back and listen to it. There's so many things we didn't even cover. Michael Anthony's bass was the Jack Daniels bottle. MTV used to have a restriction, no ad placement in their videos, and they got around that because Michael Anthony had Jack Daniels build that bass for them, and that was their product placement. The other thing in the running a little bit hot tonight section, there, let's just go. That kind of deserves another little view. Where's that at? There it is right there. Okay, here we go. All right, in this section, that sound that you just heard, let's do it again. That sound that you just heard, that is Eddie Van Halen's 1972 Lamborghini Miura that he pulled into the recording studio and mic'd the exhaust system and got it up to 80,000 RPMs to get that sound. That's dedication to the craft. Listen to it again. Boy, just power, just like the band. All right, we'll stop there with that image of Dave. Hope you enjoyed this. I know I sure did, starting the weekend off right with a beer and a great video. Again, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. We would very much appreciate it. Next week, next Wednesday, you'll get the second part of our audiobook, When Wade Tried to Save the World. Hopefully you enjoy it. Please leave us comments if you have anything to say. If you got bad things to say, just keep them to yourself. Otherwise, leave us comments, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you soon. All right, where's the stop button?